Do you think you have good knowledge of UK coinage? Well, we've got 20 interesting facts that you might not know about UK coins. The direction of each monarch's effigy faces in the opposite direction to their immediate predecessor. This has been tradition since the time of Charles II onwards, with the only exception being Edward VIII, as he preferred his left portrait to his right, which was the side proposed for coins of his reign. 2 1p coins weigh the same as 1 2p coin, and 2 5p coins weigh the same as 1 10p coin. A 1p coin weighs 3.5 grams, so times that by 2 and you've got the weight of a 2p piece, 7.12 grams. Whilst the high-value banknote in general circulation is the £50 note, there are such things as £1 million notes and £100 million notes. They are locked away deep in the Bank of England's vaults, and are used to back the value of every note issued by commercial banks in Scotland and Northern Ireland. The word farthing derived from a shortening of the word forthing. As far back as 1060, an English coin was shaped like a clover, so that any of the 4 leaves could be broken off and used as separate pieces of currency. The commonly used term quid actually originates from the phrase quid pro quo, which translates literally to what for what. This term first appeared back in 1661. According to the central banks, Brits are the world leaders at counterfeiting. There are an estimated 300 fake notes in every 1 million sterling notes. When the UK prepared for the decimalisation of its coinage, the government embarked on an enormous media campaign including leaflets, TV spots, and even songs. During the Second World War, Nazi Germany produced huge quantities of counterfeit sterling notes to try and devalue British currency. By 1945, a huge 12% of notes in existence were counterfeit. The problem was solved by removing higher denomination notes from circulation and putting metal thread through new notes, making them harder to forge. Stamps are not legal tender. The Royal Mint explained that whilst you're free to accept stamps as payment for a service or goods, there is no legal obligation for you to accept them when offered. They have, however, been used as emergency currency in other countries. During the Spanish Civil War, stamps were issued in 1938 with a legal tender status after they ran out of metal to make coins and the public had hoarded all the circulating coins for their precious metal content. You cannot pay a fine in pennies. Have you ever considered paying a parking fine you didn't think was fair with nothing but pennies? Well, be aware that the council is under no obligation to accept them. While relevant parties can choose to accept any type of payment they wish, in England and Wales restrictions apply on sums below £1. You can only pay up to £10 in 20p's, up to £5 in 10 and 5p's, and up to just 20p in 2p's and 1p's. An estimated 28,850 million UK coins are in circulation today. This is equivalent to almost £4 billion worth of coins. Despite common belief, the polymer notes are not indestructible, although we don't recommend destroying them, as you won't be able to spend them. The use of gold in UK coinage ended when the First World War began. The gold sovereign prior to 1914 was worth about £1 in circulation. However, the public were asked to hand in any to help fund the war effort. In its place came the £1 and 10 shilling notes. There is a myriad of Cockney rhyming slang to describe money. Apple core means £20, Uncle Ben means 10, and if someone asks to borrow a taxi driver, they actually mean a fiver. The coppers in your change aren't actually made of copper. Since 1992, 1p and 2p coins have been made of steel with a copper plating. The UK's current definitive coinage, dated 2008 or younger, make up the design of the shield of the Royal Arms when they're all placed together. Pretty cool, right? Legend has it, the M11 has an exit but not an entry at Junction 5 to prevent would-be thieves escaping. This is because of its close proximity to the De La Rue currency factory, where banknotes are printed for the Bank of England. This way, any potential robbers wouldn't be able to make their escape quickly out of London and onto a motorway. The Queen must officially approve any coin design before it can be made. The design is first put to the Chancellor, who then passes it on to the Queen for her official sign-off. A full judicial trial is held to test any newly minted coins, called the Trial of the Picks. This ceremony is held to ensure any newly minted coins conform to the required standards. The trials are held once a year and the coin's diameter, chemical composition and weight is tested. These trials have been held since the 12th century, and the process remains largely unchanged since that date. If you find a buried treasure chest of money, and don't report it, you could face a prison sentence. Technically, any hidden treasure found in the UK belongs to the Queen. All findings must be reported to the coroner within 14 days, and the treasure will be offered to the museums. If the museums choose not to bid on it, then the finder or landowner gets to receive it. Who would have thought that our UK coinage had all of these interesting facts? If you liked this video and would like to see more from us, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to stay up to date with all of our latest videos.